Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's me, Scott. Welcome to One Last Hand. Welcome to Come Sail Away, the latest game from Saashi Saashi. I guess, a meeple placement game. We're going to be trying to place guests on this cruise ship in the appropriate places, but there are some rules to it. We're going to talk through very quickly and do a very quick teach. Then we'll play the game, and then I'll give you my thoughts and summary at the end. Let's just read the blurb. At the beginning of the 20th century, long-distance ocean routes started to become possible for the consumers. This ushered in an era of luxury cruise ships with state-of-the-art onboard facilities. On the day of departure, many passengers gather at the pier to await boarding. Players play as cabin crew of a cruise ship company, guiding passengers to their cabins and facilities according to their needs. Are you able to board all of your passengers safely and happily before the ship sets sail? And that's us. We're going to be cabin crew trying to get people on board our ship. There are certain placement rules to the guests. You can see here we've got various different meeples for representing our guests, and we are going to have to place them. So obviously this yellow meeple would love to come into their rooms. This blue one would probably like to end up in their room. However, there are some placement rules. Placement is going to be defined by turning over the top two cards of this deck. We'll look at the guests who are boarding and we'll choose one. So let's assume we chose this one here. Okay, we're going to lose out on a guest, but we're going to choose this one here. I'm going to take the meeples and I'm just going to stack them up on the card. You don't have to do this. It's just easier for me to picture it, just to talk about the meeples. We have the whole pier of people over here waiting to get on board. And now we need to start placing people. Now we can do this in a number of ways. We have to go from left to right or right to left on the card. So I can't go, right, we'll put you here, we'll put you here, and we'll put you here. We have to put them in down in order. And equally, we cannot skip a room. So let's say I decided to put this meeple here. I'd then have to take this middle one and I'd put them here or here. Obviously, we know they want to go to the black room, so we put them there. And then we put the blue one here, and we have completed placement of this card. We do this 12 times. Once we've done it, we are out and finish the game, and we do final scoring. You'll also notice that this card has a luggage case on it. In this instance, where we've placed the second meeple with the luggage into the appropriate matching room, we receive the luggage benefit. That means we just move this suitcase up one track here. When we get to when we get along the track, you'll notice there are various icons. This means we get an additional cabin icon. From above, we can select any one we want and then place it in any one of these 4 slots. If we move along a little bit further, we have this one here, which means we can take any passenger from the pier and place them in any room we want. Then we got this one. You get to choose one of these two. This one means you get to take a passenger from the grand staircase and place them anywhere, whereas this one, again, from the pier. We move along. This one is bonus points. We're going to start scoring bonus points if we get far enough along on this track. This one here means we get to take a guest out of the disgruntled passenger section. So let's assume we had been placing these meeples, but we decided to go like this. So we put our first meeple here, our second meeple here, and our third meeple here. Obviously, this one is okay placed. We'll talk about the placement rules for these rooms in a bit. This one is not wanting to go to the red rooms. So is an illegal placement. We would then place them over here in the disgruntled guests section. And that means -1 points at the end of the game. Now, if we get to this track on the board, we can take a disgruntled guest and place them in a room of our choosing. So by doing that, we're going to remove people here. Then we've got the last extra bonus, which is all 3. You're not adding these bonus points up. Wherever you get to on this track will be the most points you get. So if we get right to the end, we get 20 bonus points. Once we've placed all of our meeples, once we've worked through 12 rounds, we are done. If we manage to place all of the meeples into a room, let's say we all managed to get 3 yellow meeples into this room, we would take this token and flip it over. Now we see the amount of points that it's worth at the end of the game, 5 points. Additionally, you can see this little icon for for filling a set of cabins is a little luggage icon, which means we will move our luggage track along one more. So lots of ways to score points, lots of decisions to make. We haven't spoken about room placement or meeple placement in other rooms yet. We'll do that now. And we haven't spoken about the grand staircase. Let's assume we were still doing this action, blue, black, and black again. So we could make the decision to go, okay, we're going to place the blue meeple here. We're going to place this black meeple in this staircase, and then we're going to place this meeple here. You can see this staircase is connected to all of the rooms in sort of east, west, north, and south. You cannot move to a diagonal room from the staircase. If we place a meeple in this staircase, they are not worth any points at the end of the game. However, they haven't gone to the disgruntled. Now you'll notice that there are 3 slots at the bottom of this. We can place up to a maximum of 3 different colors in the grand staircase, but we could stack as many as we want in here of those colors. Obviously, no real benefit to doing that other than we're not putting them in disgruntled, but we're also not scoring points from them. So that is the game. The only other thing I haven't mentioned is over here on the left-hand side, we have this track here, and you'll see it says rooms 1 to 5. So you can see each room has a number on them. And then a round number. If we complete room number 1, we will flip this over and we will get a bonus 3 points at the end of the game. If we complete room number 2 by round 6, we'll do that. We are playing on the bog standard version of this game. We've got rooms 1 to 5 laid out in numerical order. This is how they recommend playing your first game. We have chosen these random tiles, so there is a bit of randomizing in that. However, once you've played this game a few times, they suggest that you can completely randomize the order that these tokens around the outside are placed. Your grand staircase would always be in the middle. But equally, you could switch out some of these rooms for some of the additional rooms. And if I just turn this over, you'll notice here are the additional rooms. So you've got a bar, a pool, a library, and they all come with their own placement rules. So obviously, in this instance, the bar means you have to place 2 matching meeples on the end and 2 in the middle, but you have to do it from left to right. So makes it a little bit more complex, makes it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more complicated. Just remember, this is the bog standard version of what we're doing here. Let's talk about the rooms. So we have only 2 different rooms other than our cabins. Let's start with this one. So this room is expecting us to get unique meeples into it. If we get 4 unique meeples into this room, we can flip this tile over. We've completed it. We score the points. If, however, we place another yellow one in here, we know the yellow one would end up in the disgruntled. Didn't want to be next to the other yellow meeple. This room here is slightly different. It's looking for matching pairs on these seats up here. So we would have to have something like that and something like that. And once we've done that, we've completed this room. We can turn the card over and we have achieved it. And that is everything you need to know, as far as I'm aware, to play Come Sail Away. It's pretty straightforward. A lot of the complexity is in the what do I do now? Brain burning exercise. We've shuffled up our cards. We are going to get started. So we'll take 2 cards. We have 4 passengers and we have 4 passengers. Okay. So let's have a little think about what we wanted to do. We want to think about getting these luggage pieces out for them. It's a bit tougher than it could be, but we can do this one. So I'm going to take this card here. I often like just to lay the meeples out on top here, so I can then just place them as I go, make sure I don't get anything wrong, and it's just a little bit easier to visualize. But we could go blue here, red in this room here, this blue one with the luggage in this room here, and yellow over here. That is all 4 of these placed. I'm going to take this card and tuck it over here to signify that we've done round number 1. Bear in mind, we're trying to complete room 1 by round 5, room 2 by round 6. So we achieved our luggage. Obviously, we know it was on the second blue passenger. We've placed them into the blue cabin, so we can move the luggage along way 1. That's round 1 done. We can move on to round 2. So we take this card and this card. Now, we haven't spoken about this card. This is the only one that I didn't mention in the teach. When you come across this card, it means you can take these 2 guests and place them in any rooms. They don't have to be connected. So I could say, okay, I'm going to put the green here and I'm going to put the blue here. So you don't have to follow it sequentially through. You can place them in any order. That's the only difference. Don't know if we want this straight away, to be honest. It feels like it's a bit early. Here's what we could do. I'm going to take this one. So we're going to use you. So we've got red. We've got red, black, and blue. We're going to say red can go here. So we're keeping up with the unique placement. Black can go here. And blue can go here. Again, we've got the suitcase. We slide it along by 1. We are now at our first suitcase placement or cabin placement. So I can take any one of these cabins and place them into a slot. Now, just bear in mind, these cabins are worth different points. 5 for 3 doors, 4 for 2, 3 for 3 through 2 again, and then 2 for 1. But what do we want? Maybe having other colors over here might be nice. So let's take you, and I'm going to pop you over here, I think, just to give us a little bit of leeway. Now, what you can see is these rooms connect to this one, and this one. So we've got a little bit more availability in placement. Okay. Next cards, we have 3 guests or 4 guests. Okay, so I think I'm going to do this one. So black, red, yellow, and yellow. And then let's go from this side. So we're going to go yellow first, then yellow in the appropriate, then red, then black. We're no closer to filling in any of these rooms that we need to, but we do get another luggage bonus, so we'll move you along. We'll tuck this card over here. That's round 3 done. Now, maybe we'll take the red and the black and we'll tuck them over here just to give us a bit of flexibility over here. I think we'll tuck it. Yeah, we'll tuck it up here. That's fine. Okay. 2 new cards. We have the opportunity just to place 2. Might be good. And we have yellow, red, and black. Okay. I mean, I would really like to get this room filled, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. If I'd have put this here, it'd have been, well, maybe not better, but okay. Can't see anything that's desperately screaming out for me for this one, so I think I'm going to take this. Not sure this is the wisest move, but now we do want to fill this room. I'm actually going to do, I think this might be silly. I'm actually going to say red here and black here because this will be round 4. I don't think I've got much hope of filling that in. However, we do have a couple of things that are going to happen. So we did place the red passenger in a red cabin, so we do get the luggage bonus. So we move that along, and this luggage bonus is we can take anyone from the pier and place them in a location. Now, I think I may have missed the opportunity to do this one, but it's a gamble. Let's say we're putting a yellow up here. Okay, and then oh, hold on. What was that was the bonus, right? So it's still on. It feels unlikely, but it is still on. Okay, next 2 cards. We're on round 5. I really needed a yellow guest and didn't. Sorry, a black guest, and we did get one. Okay, okay, I like this. We're going to take this one. So 2 blacks and a green. And we are going to say, you can go here. You can go here. And because this room is connected to this room, we can place you here. Perfect. That is the end of round 5. We have completed this room. So we can flip this over and we'll take our first bonus tile of 3 points. Equally, we have completed this room. So we take the guests off and we flip this room over to say that that's completed. And we have completed this room. So we take the guests off this one and we flip this one over to show that this room is completed. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's going to get more complicated, but the issue we've got now is every time we go past this room, it's going to be an illegal placement. Finishing it so early gives us some problems. But let's have a look. The next 2 cards, round 6. When we finish this, we're halfway through. Okay. Okay. I think I might go with this one. So we're going to tuck you over. We're going to go blue, red, another blue, and a green. Okay. And we're going to say the red one goes here. The blue one goes here. I'm not going to complete this room is the only issue. I think I'm okay with that. This blue one will go in the grand staircase and you can go over here. That is the end of round 6. We did place our luggage so we can move this along. I think let's take you 2 and tuck you over here, maybe. Just gives us a bit of a choice. Now we've finished 6 rounds. I'm actually going to take these, place these over here. What we didn't do is complete this round, so this room. So I'm going to flip this over. We won't get the bonus points for that. The next room we're trying to complete is this one. We have no hope. I should really be focusing on these. Okay, next we have 2 sets of 3 guests. Okay. There's no way I'm going to finish this room off. Okay, I'm going to take this one, I think, and ignore the luxury, the luggage bonus for a second. They're not the colors I need. Yellow and 2 blues. I think I'm going to go yellow here, blue here, and not get the luggage bonus, and blue here. So at least we're a step closer to finishing this room. You go over here. Round 7 is done, and we did not achieve anything. Okay, next 2. We're getting a lot of black guests on the cruise liner. Not that that's a problem, but we are struggling with the placement somewhat. Okay. Okay. I think I'm going to end up with an illegal placement. Am I one step ahead? Oh, we know we're not going to do it, so that's why I've flipped that over. I was going to say, am I one step ahead of where I should be? I think I am. And this is round 7. Okay. Okay, this might be a bit silly, but I'm going to take this one. We're going to go. Actually, you know what? I don't think it's too bad. Blue, red, yellow, green. And we are going to go blue, red, yellow, and green. Now, we got the luggage bonus. Green is an illegal placement, so goes up into our disgruntled passengers. But our reward is we can take 1 from the staircase or 1 from the pier to place. Where do I want to put you? What room are we trying to do next? We're trying to do this one next. Let's do, you know what? I'm going to take a black passenger from the pier, place them over here and complete this room. So we've done the luggage. We have completed 3 rooms. So I can move you along and flip you this one over. That's 5 points. That gets me a token because we've done room 5 already. Then we get to complete both of these rooms. And because these are both cabin rooms, we get to move the luggage along by 2, as signified by these slots on the back. So we do get to pick a cabin, set of cabins. I think I'm just going to go with the red one over here. Tuck you here. We're never going to get this cabin, obviously, but then we can move this along again and again from the staircase or from the pier. Now we're trying to complete room 4 next, right? So let's do a green one here. Okay, that's us done. Oh, you know what? Let's do a yellow one here. Okay, that's us done. Next 2 cards. So this is round 8. If we complete this room, we'll be good. Okay. So I really need to get the black passenger in here. This one seems like the most sensible. I could do red, yellow, black, blue. That maybe is the right option. So let's do that. We'll put a yellow one here. Sorry, a red one here. I know colours. Yellow one over here, giving us a luggage bonus. A black one in here. And a blue one we'll put back up in the stairs. So we've now got 2 people in the staircase. That is that one done. We complete room 4 in round 8. So we can take this one. Okay. So we can remove all of you and flip you over. We can then remove all of you and flip you over. And that means we move up here. Now I can take someone from the disgruntled passengers or someone from the staircase. I mean, it feels like it's probably, leaves us with very limited placement options, but I think it's the right thing to do this one. So we'll take you 3 and we'll flip you over. Oh, hold on. We're on round 9, aren't we? So we didn't get this one. So 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So we didn't get this reward. That's unfortunate. But we do get to move up another slot. So we've got 3 bonus points from that. This is round 10. Sorry about that. I can count, I promise. Okay. What we got going on here? So you can't circle back on yourself is the other thing just to bear in mind. Okay. So I've got 2 choices really. I can take this one and put blue, yellow, and then black would go in disgruntled. Or I could maybe do green, yellow, red, red, and finish this room off. Or I guess green, yellow, red, red, and get the luggage bonus, which would give us more points, but we would end up with 2 disgruntled people. Is that right? Green, yellow, red, red, yeah. Whereas this one would be blue, yellow, and then a black one being disgruntled. Okay. Okay, so it doesn't give us a luggage bonus, unfortunately, but blue, yellow, and then black would go there, which means you are disgruntled. We flip this over. Okay. Penultimate round. We have, this could be useful, sort of. I've got no way to get this, whereas I do have a way to get this. And this would move me along, give me chances of getting rid of those things. The problem I've got is I think I'm going to take this one. I've talked myself into it immediately. So black and yellow, we're going to put the black here. We're going to put the yellow here. We do get the luggage bonus. So we get to move this along 1. That's 6 extra points. I really need to finish this room off. I'd love to finish this room off. If we can move along 1, we can get the disgruntled passenger. So we need a green. Okay, not bad. That's not great. Not great because I'm going to get rid of 1 disgruntled and gain another 2. So I can't see there's any way. I could put red here to fill this room, but that would be 5 points and that's it. I could put green here, yellow here, and yellow here. Doesn't really help me. I could put red here, black here to get the reward, and then blue here. I'd end up with blue here. I'd end up with disgruntled people, but I think I'm okay with that. So red goes there, red goes there, black goes here, and another blue goes in the middle. We did do the black luggage. Oops, so we can move that along. And now that means I can take someone from the grand staircase, from the disgruntled passengers, or from the here. Got a black one, which isn't going to help me place it. I can put them there. It gives me a bonus point, but it doesn't really help. I'll be better off taking a green one and putting them there. Blue one doesn't help. This would give us 5 points, so it's probably the right way to go. Let's just flip these over first of all, and we'll have a think about it. So all of you can come off, and we flip you over. Beautiful. Okay, you guys come off as well, and we flip you over, which will get us another luggage, but let's deal with our luggage bonus first. This is 5 points. This is 3 points. I mean, it makes sense for us to do that. This is 5 minus 1. This is 3 minus 1. So I think we do this one. So let's take you and put you here. We'll flip you over, and then we move the luggage along 1 as well. And that is the end of the game. We get to do some scoring. Let's take our score sheet. So you notice that I got 68 points and 66 points last time. The second one was with the randomized scoring, but 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50. It's not great. What's next? Passengers without a room. That's 2. Bonus points for there is 6. That's for these. And then we've got bonus points on the track. That's 9. So 61, 67 minus 1 equals 66. I'm pretty consistent at being very average, would you believe? Right, let's have a little look in the back of the book. You can see here there is a section 65 to 69 is veteran crew. We only just got in there. We could have been ace crew, but not today. It wasn't meant to be. And this has been Come Sail Away. Let me tell you my thoughts. I have only played this game 3 times, as you can see from here. I've enjoyed it every single time. I haven't played with any of these additional placements, but as you can see, seats have to be from left to right. place passengers of all different colors next to the pool. The library, place 4 passengers of the same color. Immediately place one of the 4 passengers on the library to any room in the ship, obeying placement rules. Then we've got the advanced facility. Place passengers of 3 different colors. So these are white room doors. However, luggage passengers can only be placed in this room. So another little mix up. And then a theater. Place 3 passengers of the same color and then 1 passenger of a different color. So you can see that that's immediately adding a load more complexity and intrigue to it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play this again in a separate video. If you want to see that, hit the subscribe button. We are going to randomize these tiles in that they're going to be in a random order, and we'll play that. Then we'll play it one more time where we put some of these mixed up tiles, these more advanced tiles in, and we'll play it that way as well. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, follow us on all of the socials. We post a load of shorts and all sorts of other content on there, plus games that we're playing, games that we bought, all of that stuff. And then finally, go and check out Patreon if you want to support the channel. We have loads of content on there, including loads of videos about learning how to play games, what I've been playing, blogs, all of those things, what's on my wish list, what's coming up on the channel. Go and check that out if you want to help support the channel. It really does help me bring new content to the channel, improve the audio. Hopefully this video's got much better audio than the previous ones. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you're planning on picking up this game. My final thoughts are that it's a great little game. It's one that you can play in 20-30 minutes. You can get it to the table fairly easily. The components are fantastic. Not only the meeples being their own little style for each meeple, great, but these are they feel like they're finished with a sort of a linen finish, very nice as well. Yeah, it may not be everyone's art style. I quite like it, and I think it's the kind of game that the multiplayer is multiplayer, and I think it would be quite interesting to play that as well. From what I know of the multiplayer is you take 2 cards and you pass one that you don't take on, or something along those lines, so you're kind of rotating them around. But there you go. This was Saashi Saashi. Saashi Saashi's Come Sail Away. Go and check it out if you're thinking about getting it, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.